My name's Cody Busch. This is 4x4 Garage, brought to you by Real Truck. We're out here on Overland Adventure 2022. We're gonna check out all these rigs, do a little bit of wheeling. Since the last time you saw our Bronco, we got a new transmission in it. We've got a new roof rack from ARE. We've got seats in it from PRP. Put some overlanding rig stuff on it. There's a kitchen in the back. We're gonna get this Bronco out, test out these new parts, see how it does on Overland Adventure 2022.
This week we're going to cover over 300 miles of trails right here in the Mojave Desert as we explore several of the camps from World War II and General Patton's Desert Training Center. It's going to be an incredible week of history, adventure, and exploration.
7:30 a.m. and I'm preparing dinner. So let me show you. I got the Road Chef oven. It's a 12-volt oven. And while we drive through the desert, brisket is going to be cooking in there. So tonight will be good.
This is a 1964 Jeep M677. They only made them 1 year. It was a military contract, and we made about 500 of them.
I brought a 1988 FJ62 to Overland Adventure 22.
This is the four-door version. The only thing that's really stock left on it right now is the body and the frame.
I call myself cheap. I have a certain budget, so I've tried to fit everything in. I needed a lift kit. All of a sudden, the FJ60 lift kit came up with the old man Emu. He gave me mags, installed it and everything for $1,100.
We're running a small block Chevy running gear underneath it. Dana 60s. We're running Falcon 37-inch tires on it, mud terrains.
Off the back of my vehicle, I have a stainless steel box that has basically cooktop, sink, hot water heater, refrigerator. It's great, I can pull it out. We had half an hour break today. I made hamburgers and just fold everything back in and take off again.
It's a comfortable rig. It's got air conditioning, all the whistles and bells, and it's a fun rig to drive.
I'm gonna put a different lift kit on and just get a little bit more clearance. After 5 days of bouncing off the rear bumper, I kind of learned I need about an inch more clearance.
Well, Cody has this Bronco that they built on 4x4 Garage, and so it's relatively fresh, and I think this is the first time he's had it out on the trail. And sometimes what happens if you have a suspension that's relatively new is it'll flex out and things will accidentally fall out of place. And that's what's happened. This is the front coil spring. It's clearly no longer with the truck. Usually if you notice it pretty quickly, you can back up and kind of shove it back in place and then carefully go forward while it stays where it's supposed to be. He's gone a bit far and his tire's kind of bound up on the bumper, so we're probably gonna use a high lift to lift it up. We might pull the tire off just to help getting the spring back in there, but we shouldn't be at this for more than 15 or 20 minutes.
Should have put some limiting straps on or something to really secure this spring in there because we overextended the suspension. It's the only thing we broke. Luckily, nothing up front is really ruined, but we're gonna head back to the shop, do a couple upgrades that we've noticed. The rear springs need to be updated a little bit. We're gonna throw this spring back in. We'll see you next time.
Right there. 6 hours later.
Thank you, everybody.
So we're back here at Wood Offroad. We got the Bronco. It's been on Overland Adventure, and it's time to address a couple things we kind of thought we'd run into on the trail, and we definitely did.
Oh, totally. Yeah, we dropped the spring out. We need to put some limit straps on it. The rear springs, they're the factory rear springs. They're a little worn out, so we're gonna throw some Devers in there. Nice multi-leaf spring, ride a little smoother. You know what did great out there, dude? The Eaton True Track, going through deep sand, you just keep your pedal right where it's at and that thing does its job. These tires did great. I ran them at like 15, 17 PSI the whole time. No problem on the highway or in the sand. It was great, dude.
That's the thing, you pick some good parts and you get some good performance out of them.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
We don't have to reinvent the wheel, we're just gonna address a couple little things and then we'll have a really capable off-roader.
So basically what I'm doing is just measuring from here to the hole. I'm gonna soak the inch up on the tape measure, and then where I'm measuring to the eye of my lower tab where I wanna put it. So currently that's measuring at 13 inches. We need to soak an inch up at the top, so that's 12, and then an inch for limiting strap stretch. So we're gonna go with an 11-inch strap. Should be good.
Normally these lift blocks would be okay if your leaf springs are in good shape, but these are just hammered, they're old and worn out. So we're getting a little bit of axle wrap, but more to the point, these are just sagging. Not only sagging, but they're sagging unevenly. So the passenger side of the truck is sitting lower than the driver's side. New spring should fix all our issues. If you ever watch them build these leaf springs, it's gnarly. It's like a blacksmith with a legit anvil. You just pound it on them, it's crazy.
So when you're doing limiting strap tabs, you want to go to the radius on the outside of the frame, because if you weld this on the center or the inside, what it's going to do is when it straps out, it's going to pull the frame down. So you want it on the corner on the outside, just so it doesn't do that.
These might be too long.
Oh, hell yeah, they're gonna be too long with new springs.
Yeah.
Well, that's a nice thing though, they're Ford U-bolts, so they're easy size to find. Okay. We'll just get the shackle off, transfer it to there, and lift this one in place. So we don't want to crunch all the bolts down here until the weight of the vehicle's on them. Yahtzee! So we're just about 2 inches off on getting the shackle into position, so I think what we'll do is we'll just raise the axle back up and then we'll get a bottle jack or something and just kind of jack this end of the spring down to get the shackle in.
Want me to hold something? Oh yeah. Oh. Got it. Good. Cool.
Yeah.
Good job.
All right.
Wood.
It ain't pretty, but it worked.
Woods Off-Road.
People are like, well, I don't understand why it takes you a year to build that car. And then they see it happen in 15 minutes on TV. And it's like hella unrealistic.
It's bitching.
Yeah, almost done. So, got some minor adjustments to do. Center console's almost done. The Atlas 4-speed, 4L60. So it's flat bellied. I had to cut the floor up.
Did you?
Yeah, so all this is me.
Oh yeah. That looks good, dude.
But it's all the way over to the driver's side. It's pretty far, so.
Wow.
Perfectamundo. Yeah, with the washer.
With the washer, yeah.
Yeah. Aw, man.
We're gonna lower it down on a jack stance. We need the weight of the vehicle on the rear springs so that you can torque the U-bolts properly. Then we'll raise it back up and put the tires back on. But that way we're not trying to torque the U-bolts from like the inside underneath by the gas tank and all that. It makes it way too difficult. Stop stretching!
Keep stretching and stretching. Shock bolts are in, they're just not tight.
I was running my Christmas lights off of the inverter in here. This thing, it's just a fridge that runs off the solar panel. No, I built the whole thing.
Oh my God.
And then there's 4 carriage bolts that go down through it. So keep all the recovery gear in there. I just put the lights on, so you can flip the lights on, and it has locks on it so it can't move when it's in there. Dude, it was just super redneck built, but man, it worked great. It was like $175 of stuff at Home Depot. And I pulled this thing, pull the stove out, there's your stove.
That's
When we get this down, I'm gonna put the bed down up there, but it goes between the front seats, and then this is where your head is. And then you can put the window down and have air going through in the middle of the night. So you don't need anywhere else to sleep, you just sleep inside. It's like a little RV. I was doing my work on my laptop, it's like a little table inside when you... Dude, it's like, it's kind of convenient. It's kitschy, but dude, it's convenient.
Those wheels, bro.
Huh?
70s called, they want their wheels back.
They're awesome.
No, they look
Christian's
sick.
like, I need those wheels.
Yeah,
They're the best wheel ever.
Yes, I agree. Oh. No more springs falling out. So you can see our limiting straps did their job. They're out of the way. They're not gonna rub on anything. They're not gonna rub on the tires. They're not gonna get caught in the brake lines. They're not gonna get caught in the drive shaft.
Thanks for tuning in and watching these episodes. We do appreciate you. We do read the comments. In fact, someone mentioned that we need to do an international maybe next. So yeah, you might want to keep your eyes peeled for that.
I think an international on 40s for Ultimate Adventure might be in the works.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna do a little overlanding again, and then I think probably a full-size truck next year.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. So
Yeah.
stay tuned for season 2 of 4x4 Garage. You're spray painting. You're using that chrome spray paint, right?
VHT chassis black.
No, chrome. It's got to be custom. Chrome spray paint or gold if you have it. Large fleck gold.
I do have gold.